welcome to the first episode of the Laws of Community. I'm Hanna,
Ronald
Sumrall.
Raymond. Oh, sorry.
Jinx, though.
Yep. I'm Ronald Raymond, and I am the founder, one of the founders and co-owners of Oasis Fundamentals, which is sponsoring our show today, Laws of Community. Hanna is the other founder and co-owner as well. And as well as you can see, the Crystal Dragon Illuminations right there, sponsoring as well, is her other business. And today we come here to talk about community and our laws of community, what we believe in, and hopefully we can see what others believe in with their laws of community and what they do currently to bring their community together. We will be interviewing Johnny Regan, who is a phenomenal publisher, as well as the most amazing philanthropist that we know today. He does everything from the heart and the soul, and he does so much for his community. And our goals and aspirations definitely align with his, because we wish to do so much for our communities, and he has been doing so much to open up our hearts and our souls further than what we thought we could initially when we first met him. He's definitely been a huge piece in our healing and our growth, and us wanting to reach out and do more for our people in our lives and those we love. So
Well, and who better to have on for our first episode?
Yeah.
I think that's definitely like I don't know. I was going over it all, and I was like, it just kind of like I was even doing more stuff for the Global Vision Conference, preparing for it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's too perfect. It's just too perfect.
Yeah, and Johnny Regan, like what she's talking about, if any of you haven't looked up the Global Vision Conference yet from any of our posts that we've made, Johnny Regan is the founder of Global Vision Conference and Movies and Popcorns for the children. And his visions, his dreams are to be able to give every kid in the world, to be able to bring every kid in the world the ability to have food, clothing, and the opportunity to see a movie and have popcorn. This vision, it's so beautiful with what he's doing with the conference, and especially putting everything out there that he could to be able to get the most number one inspirational, motivational speaker in the world, Les Brown, to speak at this conference, and to be able to bless all of us that will be there to be able to be in his presence and to learn from what he has to share in order to help the younger generations and the generations that are to come. So it's a beautiful opportunity.
Well, all right, Mr. Wordman. Are you ready to bring him up then, or you want to keep
Absolutely.
talking?
I would love to bring this man up.
All right, so you guys, we do want to start bringing up Johnny. Here he is. Johnny, welcome.
Hi, Johnny.
With you guys. Congratulations on your first show.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. We're so excited to have you here.
Yes, and thank you for that.
I love your jazzy start opening, man. Global Vision Conference. I want that for my show. You guys are extraordinary.
See, and that's why I chose it, because I was thinking, what makes you feel so at home and just relaxed than like the sound of like a Johnny Carson sort of opening,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Fantastic. I loved it. Let's get into the
Yeah, so I do have the video that you shared with me, Johnny. Are you ready for us to share that with the audience?
Yeah. Let me prep it. This is my art. This
Yeah.
is a vision that this is art. This is um, there. We couldn't find pictures of children of color in a movie experience, and so it had to go and happen. You're going to meet Camille. Actually brought Johnny's popcorn ago that never had popcorn before. And so this is world premiere on your show. We're now giving
Yes.
the full editing to the world premiere. Wait, I didn't tell you that. Yes, this is we've been asking when are we going to get to see the video. So to honor you, the world premiere now of this video of people seeing their very first movie.
Yes, this is awesome. All right. Are you well prepared? Are you ready, Johnny?
Yes.
All right. I just want to honor you and let you know you know what, Johnny, you hold space for us so much that I think Ron would agree with me. We would like to hold space for you while we watch this world premiere of Johnny's story
Absolutely.
and the Global Vision Conference, and just it really is his life's work. It's amazing. All right, guys, let's hear it.
When those kids had the first taste of the popcorn, the facial expression I sent it to Johnny was priceless. And once they kept eating it, it got even better because it was hot, buttered popcorn, freshly popped. And that was the best thing. The Alvin and Chipmunk movie was going. It was in French. And they had an amazing time. You guys don't know the difference it makes when you see not one. There was 37 kids sitting out there, and all they wanted to do was to get that experience. Their parents were standing on the side, and they were thanking me. And I was like, I didn't do anything. All I did was just deliver Johnny's vision. That's all I did. But when you love and you work from your heart and not your fingertip, it makes a difference. A lot of people out there, it's how much they can get. It's not about you or you. It's about the kids. They are our future. And if we don't treat them well, this world is going to fall apart because they control it. Watch, I'm telling you. Make a difference. Change how you do stuff. Work from your heart. And be a blessing to somebody else.
Merci, Johnny!
So beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Wow.
Wow. That is, and I've seen that now. What, you showed us one time before we showed this, and the second time it's even more just overwhelming because it's you see more of the smiles that you didn't see the first time seeing it, and you just it's so beautiful. And to just think you went from being somebody just helping your own community as a kid. If you want to explain that story, we would love to hear you talk about where your vision, where your dream of community coming together has started. If you would love to share
Okay.
that.
Here, it's a vision, and vision uniter to create a community, because they're like-minded people with a goal, and it has visions. Many people just don't know about them. If you want to create a community, I've created a community around video. Whether you're an artist or you're an entrepreneur, you start this grand company, you're a who has a vision to write a book, you have a vision to make a vision, is a great uniter to build a community. It's a uniter of the heart, because whether you're already an artist who's made it, or you're a beginning artist, it's vision. And so my vision came to me when I was a child. I was late at night, and I saw this show television about these children that were starving in their eyes and their bellies and crying, and I remember often being mad at God and saying, God, feed them and share movies and popcorn with them too, because popcorn was my favorite thing as a child. That experience, I was protected, I could dream, and as I grew up, I found out we actually do in fact have all the clothing, all the medicine, and all the movies, everyone in the world. We just lack the vision. And so now this global community of visionaries and the global vision, all around the theme of vision. How can we help you? How can we raise the vision of the world?
Yes, and I love that Caroline dropped us a mic drop of a comment. I feel like, imagine no hunger, imagine all children have food. We have it. It can be done, and that kind of basically sums it up, I'd say, doesn't it, Johnny?
Yeah. How do we do it? Live your vision. Live your vision. Be the change you want to be in the world. You want to make a difference in your vision. Live your vision. That's what we're doing at the global. You guys are doing here. You're building a community of heart around higher things. And so, it's going to happen in the twinkling of an eye when everyone believes it. The Jeff Bezos of the world. I can get a computer, and in an hour or two. We can get food and clearance to movies and popcorn too. Where do they not have it? Let's get it. Show is a part of that.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right. It's crazy how just you can always get something that's not necessary, something that ultimately can just not benefit you in any way when you're in survival. And but anything that you need that's a commodity, it's so difficult nowadays, and it makes no sense because there's such an overabundance. You see these videos out there of dumpsters full of groceries that were totally fine, non-perishables, just because a place renovates itself, and people get arrested for hopping in and getting food for their kids. It makes no sense.
Yes. So we just lack the vision. And how do we live your vision? Let your vision come out of you. The way Hanna, you did. You great pain, and the day I met you, you did not, and you then found it. You went inside and began painting, and to the world, that doggy is affirming. The doggy is affirming. Yes, I like what Johnny. Keep going, Johnny. This is your art. Everybody's art. I made a T-shirt of her first painting here, and this July.
I get to see it. I finally get to see it. I finally get to see it. Yeah.
Everybody loves it. This is your art. This art is love. You took pain, turned it into love. Your rebirth. Your vision of life. You started painting, and look at the beauty that created the world. This is going out globally to the world, right? Your highest aspiration, put down ink, or what is this? It's acrylic, right? And then I get it into a shirt. I own the original. It's right over there in my office. This is what art is. This is what living your vision changed. By you living your vision and going after your own, you have changed my world. You've changed the world, and you're changing the world now. Right now, as people are looking at.
Aww. Well, you've changed our world, Johnny, so
You really have.
I'm glad we could share some of the love.
Yep. And it's so great because, this is just the beginning of such a beautiful, beautiful journey together. And, it's so great because that's why we named the episode "The Beginning is the Best Part," because it's the people that you ultimately begin, or it's the beginning of a relationship that really is, what builds a community. It's that first step that everybody has to take in order to really get to the next level. And what you've done for us as somebody, we just met a few months ago, and the beginning of our friendship, the beginning of everything of this journey has just been, it really has been the best part, and that's the beauty of visions too, and something that you've gotten me to really recognize is, the beginning of a vision, of really building a vision and understanding the vision that, you come up with as a child, and you don't as a child, you kind of, you have it there, but over time there's so much in the world around us that just discombobulates it or overwhelms it or pushes it in some other direction, and we all lose that. And into adulthood, it's something that meeting you've really done that impression on me of really bringing me back into that understanding of my vision, and really realizing that we as a community, we as the people out here, really banding together to help each other grow and see our visions. It's so small nowadays because of just how much of the disconnect, how much people have just gone to their own individual mindsets, and we've really kind of just blocked ourselves off with all of our traumas and everything. And that's something that more people need to really need to, I feel like your voice is going to just help all these people, because you're one of those people. They definitely need someone like you in their life.
Everyone needs a Johnny.
Everyone needs a Johnny.
Okay.
Everyone needs a Johnny.
How to tell you how to be a Johnny? I'm gonna let you in on. Okay. All I did was listen to each of you. All I did was listen to your heart. I listened intently. That first time in Carabas. But all I do is listen, taught to listen. We're taught to give answers. We're taught to give our opinions. Don't like, love, down. No. All I did was listen. And then I could hear the music. I could hear you. I could hear. And then you just started painting. And a tablecloth. So all we have to do is listen to our neighbor. Listen, I could stop and just be sitting there. What are you doing? And you're creating a safe space for vision. So there's not a secret. It's simple. And all of a sudden you, hey, I listen to you. Have you ever thought of singing, Ronald? You know, I just right there. Well, this comes from the heart when you listen. If you listen to a child, I'm not a parent, but I a child. They want to be heard. They want to be listened to. Look what I did. Well, we're like that as adults. You want to give someone listen. Speak your heart. What is inside?
100%. Children are the future.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, it's
Well,
it's really about just, you know, it really is about listening. The biggest thing that it comes down to, and especially when it comes to, you know, building each other's visions and building that community, it really, that itself takes a lot of listening, because you got to know what each other need in order to ultimately build that. um, Otherwise everything's going to crumble down. Nobody's going to be able to help each other, and just step on each other instead. So it's really nice. It's refreshing, you know, and we're excited. Every bit of uh everything you do, you know, we're excited to be there and to help promote along the way, because it's you know, it's such a grand um opportunity for so many children out there, to really just get what they, you know, need, and what they really desire to grab out of life. I mean, the opportunity you're given at the Global Vision Conference, especially with people like Les speaking and being able to show, uh, you know, a lot of what he's been through. I'm sure he'll go over. You know, that will help, especially since he, you know, there's no secret about him not finishing school and stuff, like he said, and you know, him being homeless at one point, like that, you know, that's gonna be something that is so grand for your vision, because just all of these children out there that are homeless youth, and you know, they're not able to find safety even in their own homes, and you know, you're really giving an opportunity of a safe space, like you said, you know, that mental space, that physical space, just everything you're doing is really optimal, and it's beautiful.
Thank you. You're a part
You
of it.
know,
yeah, it is.
Les is my favorite speaker. He is going to, by the way, this was someone who was given up for adoption. When he sees these children, these orphans in South Africa, this is all divinely orchestrated, the way this is coming. The way Blanca called me that day and put me on the phone, a speaker phone in Miami, and then we got together, and here we are. Your music, your business, your entrepreneurship, your time. It's been like 90 days. Victor, I was in Victor's country, and he's like, when are they coming? When are they coming? I have a wall art. This is alive. This is the power of seeing it, going after it, enrolling others. This is the global business. You guys are a part of it. I'm honored to be on this show. The beginning. This is the seed. This is the kernel. It looks better than any show I've seen. You guys, that wasn't Johnny Carson Tonight Show introduction. Keep us just the beginning.
Absolutely.
And the beginning is the best part.
The beginning is the best part.
And
oh,
well, I mean, I was just going to reference because I put these pictures up, but some people don't know. This is Caroline. And y'all were shooting for some of the new promos, right, Johnny? This is Yari.
That's Yari. When you started drawing the first time across the table and said, Hanna, you're an artist. Shared some very deep things with everyone around and everyone, and then you went in. You went into your soul and you started coloring on that and I looked, oh my goodness, she's healing. You were in the moment, and I own that too. I grabbed that place back here on my wall, but that's art. That is the power of bringing heaven down into earth, turning it into something beautiful. So Caroline and Yaroslav at the table watching you draw that day. And now he's same stage as you and Les and David and everybody.
Yeah, so we'll be joining Les on the stage, like Johnny just stated. And we definitely want everyone to come out. And there are sponsorship opportunities. I want to make sure I mention that before we go off. So be sure to reach out to Laws of Life, and or you can reach out to Ron or myself or Johnny individually. We will get you set up with a sponsorship. Briefly, Johnny, would you like to tell us a few benefits of being a sponsor?
They get
how
to be
powerful that
on
is.
stage, which goes out to the world. We have sponsorship from just one on stage and share your vision globally with the stage, with all these speakers, and the number one inspiration speaker on the planet, Les Brown. So for sponsorship, you can do that. All of the ticket sales are going to be going to the show, to Camille's effort, but those that hearts are touched, that want to get their message out, can talk to Laws of Life and Blanca about bringing that up. It takes, to create art, to buy those canvases that you do, acrylics, to buy the paintbrushes, it costs money. And so a grand event, a global event at the convention center costs a lot of money. And so we are money flow and then going out to the world. So thank you for offering about sponsorships.
Rightfully so. You get a global viewing of your brand. So it's an energy exchange. That's all that is.
Yes.
And I think we're about out of time, you guys. Babe, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to say before Johnny gets off, it's definitely been a pleasure to have you on our first episode. It was an honor to have you be the beginning star for us. And I love that you brought that shirt to wear.
I am so proud. That is your art. That is your love. Isn't it beautiful? That is going out to the world. I wear it well.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting on a picture with you and the amazing Caroline as well.
Okay.
And
thank you for having
I just want to. Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you for joining us.
And we will be having both Yari, anybody who's watching right now who saw who Yari and Caroline are.
Yes, they will both be on
for our third week for our segment Homeless to Home Free, to talk about his struggles to now where he's getting to his success and what it has taken him to get there. And as well as we will have Caroline finish out the month with the
For
last episode
healing.
for healing. And one last thing I want to do to end this episode, because it has to do with the beginning of things and the start of things, and as well as to understand and really truly know each other, you have to understand what their story is behind their cover. And anybody who uh, truly understands that will love this. Uh, This is called A True Story. It is a poem I've written, and it's dedicated to all the people that I have traveled with and who have gotten me to where I am today. And it starts like this. In the beginning, we all start a new journey or adventure. We have nothing but our instincts. We're all animals. We have innocence, both love and hate. We learn to then grow physically and mentally. In the process of growing as humans, we build a structure of a story, our own story. We all help each other create our own stories through giving and receiving knowledge and experiences. We're all unique. We all have our own ups and downs. At an age, we start seeing truths beyond disguises. We then start noticing our own lies. Everyone has a cover, but behind the cover beholds a true story.
My poet.
Thank you. Well, on that note, I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their day, a beautiful weekend. And
Thank you, Johnny.
thank you, Johnny,
You're
for
welcome.
everything.
Thank you
Thank you,
guys.
Johnny.
Good luck
And
on
hopefully,
your
and,
journey.
and soon that poem will be published by you. So,
Well, all right, guys. I think y'all had lots of fun. Why don't we
mm,
get off here and let everyone get back to their evening? And
absolutely.
so, yeah, thank you so much for coming, Johnny. I'm going to say it a million times, and you'll hear it again when I see you again at the Global Vision Conference, January 21st, 2023. Come join us. Be there, or you're not cool. Sorry. No. Be there, support it, sponsor, be a sponsor, get your brand out there. Talk to us, guys. And little unknown hint, if you want to be in Johnny's place and let your event be known to the world, be sure to let us know and we will get that worked out for you.
Yep.
But nonetheless, what
See
now?
you next week with Daniel
Yes.
Johnston.
Yes, we will have Daniel Johnson on. Thank you, everyone. Find us back here every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Bye.
Bye, guys.